Hey guys, Steve here for Who Took My Dice Miniature Wargaming, and welcome to the fourth, I think now, installment of the Sons of Russ and Guilliman. So I put up something on the Facebook page saying that this one there'd be something huge, something big that I was going to show off, and it ended up being two things, because in between last week and this week, obviously Games Workshop released that the next installment after the Fracture BL10 for the Gathering Storm will be the Rise of the Primarch, and it's Guilliman, and I'm super happy for this. I'm so excited. Guilliman, I've been waiting for that forever, and he looks fantastic. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But it's gonna be the next triumvirate. Well, it's Guilliman, a big Primarch, and he looks so nice. There's also a Grey Knight Grandmaster, and they're a new character who is apparently a advisor to Guilliman, and none other than Cypher. That's right, I've seen some of the images. You've got Ultramarines, Grey Knights, and Dark Angels fighting the Black Legion, which is just, it's incredible. I'm so happy. But that's not the big thing. There's something else. But that's huge. I've seen the pictures. Oh my lord, it looks good. It looks good. It looks so good. He has the option of either having the bear head or a helmet. He's got awesome power armor that's been created by Call, the Adeptus Mechanicus guy from the Triumvirate of the Imperium. He actually has one of the flaming swords that the Emperor carried, and he looks like he's going to be he's going to be pissed. Basically, he's going to wake up after 9,000 years and go, "What did you guys do? Like, this isn't the way I left it. What happened?" So I think it's going to be a great book. I'm going to get my hands on that model. I have to, because, oh my god, it's amazing. But sorry, I'm covering up the camera there. But let's get to the rest of it. I'm going to get to the big thing. It's awesome, and it's going to kind of redirect the flow of this series a bit. Still going to be about Sons of Russ. We're still going to get models built, painted. We're going to have a finished army in, but this is going to add to it. It's going to make it even better than before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do tabletop or table down. I stole it from Tattoo for You Richard. I love it, the way he says it's great. So table down, and then we will, and we're just going to take a look at everything that's happened this last week. Not much in the painting and building because of this other thing that happened, and we're going to get to that in a second. So I'm going to head down, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And here we have the brand new captain. I started this off last week, and I was in the middle of painting it when I was shooting the video, and here he is all finished up. So as you can see, he's gone from being a second company Marine to the 6th, much like the rest of the Marines. I changed up this shoulder pad here. Just going to move him around. So it's the Ultramarine symbol there, gold trim, and I painted up the rest of it as the orange color for the 6th. The other thing I did is over here on the other arm, I did a couple things. Because, whoa, too close. Because the bolter is going to be the Wrath of the Primarch, a special chapter relic. Sorry, there you go. It's supposed to be chased in Theldrite silver, so I decided to paint it up, making it a little more silver than the gold there. I also tried my hand at painting on a sort of a laurels on his shoulder pad. Didn't turn out exactly like I wanted. I'll be the first to admit that freehand is not my forte, but I painted it up just to give it that sort of a better look there. Yeah, I decided to go with the captain. I'm still going to do the librarian as I intended to, but being an Ultramarines player, I decided, you know what would be awesome? You got to have the choices. So he does have the bolter and the chainsword. That way I can kind of pick and choose between which relic I want to have. So I have the Teeth of Terra, which is the chainsword. I'm going to get that in there, which is a fantastic close combat weapon if I want it, or the Primarch's Wrath if I'm going more shooting. More the shooty way. More often than not, I take the Primarch's Wrath just because of the way the game is now. There's a lot more shooting, and it's great to have my captain support troops or do some extra up-close shooting damage. I unfortunately can't have both because the FAQ said, I believe, only characters can only have one relic now, and one of those relics per army. So, there's actually a cool story behind this captain too. When I originally painted him up beforehand, he was actually part of a display that I was doing for Apocalypse. So it's way back in the day, like the original version of Apocalypse. And I took him off that display piece. It got a little wrecked and moves and all that. Then I played the game Space Marine, and there was Captain Titus in there. I guess a second company captain, I guess, or they don't really specify. And that's why I decided to do sort of the gold trim on everything. And I may actually continue that and keep doing it down the rest of the torso. So you see it's on the backpack there, down some of the arm. It was just cool to see a Space Marine captain, you know, see all the gold sort of fetishes and add-ons and stuff like that. So yeah, that is the new captain. I'm still going to paint up Librarian, as I said. As I said before, I like the tactical options. And it was pretty cool. I'm going to, again, try more freehand there on the shoulder pad. Not happy with it as it is, but hey, it's finished, and you can always go over it again. Alright, so now we're going to go to the big surprise. Okay, so here is the big, huge, amazing thing that happened to me this week. I basically now have a gaming table, and it literally cost me nothing. What you're looking at is an 8x3. I even took the measurements. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, 8x3. I'm in the shadows in the way. I'm not sure what they were using for. I actually got it from work. They were going to throw it out. I said, nope. I will take that. You can see there's a little bit of damage from storage and movement. But basically it's just a wooden frame with foam board. You can see the edge in there, some foam board that was nailed to it. I've already had to do a little bit of repair on it. I just used some hot glue around the edges on both sides, on that side and this one, to seal it again to the wood. But yeah, it's crazy, and this is where it redirects. When I first started doing this channel, one of the things I want to talk about was terrain on the cheap. Right, not cheap, but inexpensive. And I kind of got away from that with different things. See, there's a little bit of damage there, but that's fine. And you can see that pencil line there. I've already started measuring it out. But I want to get back to that as I do the Sons of Russ and Guilliman, and get back to showing you how you can have great tables and great scenery without breaking the bank, without purchasing the big expensive kits. Not that there's anything wrong with them. But, so yeah, so that's the table. As you see, I've already done some measurements. Basically, there's a foot on either end, so one there and one there. That will be for dice, dead piles, reserves, books, and all that. So that's going to have its own separate, probably just cardboard there to smooth it out. And I've already got some ideas on paper that I'm going to dig into a bit more about creating, I think, probably an urban setting on this, some roads going in between there. Using just, again, cardboard, hot glue, sand, and kind of create a sort of an urban setting that I can put all my buildings on. But yeah, so that is the big thing. It's this massive wooden structure. Again, 8x3. So it's a little short in one end, but that's okay. That's definitely something I can live with. But yeah, so I'm going to head back to, so you can see my beautiful face. And we'll continue talking about this a bit more. Alright, and we're back. Beautiful face, as I promised. So yeah, that is the big thing. Again, an 8x3 table. It's already got a frame to it, some stuff underneath to keep the structure together, and that nice foam board. And as you know me, as you've seen some of my other videos, I love foam board. It's easy to work with. It's sturdy. It takes a beating. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of repairs. There's some stuff that's gone right through some holes. Let's cover those up. Any other dents and nicks, I'm probably going to leave just as natural damage from a battlefield. I'm already planning on using cardboard from cereal boxes to sort of create a broken roadway and maybe the foundations of buildings throughout the structures. And then I have all my modular terrain. I'm pointing it because it's just over there. Not that you can see it, and yeah, but anyways. And I'll put those on. That way I can kind of switch the buildings around as I want. For those two end zones there, I'm probably just going to put cardboard there to smooth it out. Maybe put a frame around it. I don't know. Just someplace you can roll dice, You can put your dead pile, your reserves, books, all the other paraphernalia you need to play. But yeah, this was really cool because it got back to some of the stuff I originally did with the channel back when I first started, and that was using household stuff, inexpensive ways of building up some awesome terrain. And so I did a bunch of videos and everybody loved it, and I just kind of got out of it, school and all that. So I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna get back into building this terrain in an expensive fashion, and hopefully inspiring people to do the same. I mean, I got really lucky. This they were able to break this thing and chuck it chuck it out in the garbage, smash it, whatever. And I was able to get my hands on it. So I'm like, oh, there's no way you guys are chucking that out. That's mine. And so now I have it. Storage may or may not be an issue. I have places to put it. But it kind of got me thinking again, Steve, you got away from that. Time to get back into it. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to get back into building up this table as I paint up the Marines and the Space Wolves. And that way, there's a whole big project now. So I can build up sort of an end times table, maybe. Have who knows what. There's a million things I could do. Maybe throw some chaos symbols down, make the ground look corrupted, or chaos shrine, something like that. Something for my Marines to be fighting against, to destroy, or just set the tone, because that's where we're kind of in now. The sort of the end times for 40k. Will it be the same as Age of Sigmar? Probably not, but I mean, Primarchs, Magnus the Red, and now Guilliman, characters coming back, a new model for Cypher, Celestine got a new model, so it's crazy time. But it's also a great time for inspiration, so read the books, get the fluff, don't worry about, sorry, my battery went, say you're at 20%, whatever, don't interrupt me, don't interrupt me, phone, don't interrupt me. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to end up doing, that's what I'm going to have fun with. And so that's sort of expanding, which is fine. It's going to expand the what this is going to be about, the Sons of Russ and Guilliman. So as normal, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, share it with your friends, subscribe. It means the world to me. And as always, guys, until next time, keep rolling those dice. See you later.